Today we're going to be making some goal birds. So we've just listened to the mindfulness exercise about the wish tree, and we thought about the wish birds up in the tree. And so we're going to set some goals for being back in school, so goals for the rest of the half term or perhaps for the rest of the year, and we're going to make a display of all of those aspirations that we have in Team 6. So what you're going to need is you're going to need your template for your paper bird. You're going to need some scissors, and you're going to need either a handwriting pen or some coloured pens or pencils. I'm going to show you step by step what we're going to do, and hopefully we will have a really nice display by the end of it. Step 1 is to cut around your bird template. Do this nice and slowly, taking your time to make sure that you get nice, smooth edges. The trickiest part is going to be this little central piece here, which you need to cut out in order to put the wings through. But again, just take your time with it. I know the scissors we have aren't fantastic, but we will manage to do it just fine. We're going to cut out all 3 pieces. So I'll meet you back when I have done that. So I've now cut out my 3 pieces. You can see I've got a little bit of damage there where I tried to cut out the middle bit. If you have any problems doing this, please ask an adult for help. I don't want any of you to injure yourselves trying to get this little bit cut. You might also have noticed that I haven't cut the little line on the tail. Now, because we're making a display of these and we're not hanging them, we're going to be sticking the tail on the end, so we don't need to cut that little piece out of it. Now, you can make a decision at this point which way round you would like your bird to face. I don't mind which way you choose, but it will be nice for us to have a few facing in opposite directions for our display. So I'm going to keep mine this way round with the line slightly showing because it won't matter too much, but you can decide to turn all of your pieces over and have it the other way round if you wish, entirely up to you. So at this point we're going to assemble our bird. So we have the wings and they're going to be pointing back towards the tail of the bird, and you're just going to slot these through. Now before you do that, a good idea is to fold your wings in half, just so you get them nice and symmetrical like this. Then you can unfold them and you're going to post it through the little slit there. Okay, so, and if you just fold the wings over again, you'll see that we've got the wings here. Now the wing at the front is going to be left nice and free. The wing at the back, it will look a little bit odd if we leave that wing on the back. So what we are going to do is, laying little bird on their side, I'm going to turn him over to the back of my bird. Just going to pull that wing back a little bit there. I'm going to get my Pritt stick. This will secure your wings into place. I'm going to put a little bit of glue underneath where the wing will go, and I'm going to stick it down flat, making sure that I don't pull too much through. So when I turn it over, this wing is still in place. So I'm going to have one wing sticking out. I've stuck this one down, and what you can do is just cut the rest of that wing off, so we have just one wing showing. We'll wait until the end to stick the tail on, but now what you're going to do is decorate your bird just with some simple patterns, and we're going to write our goals on the underside of the bird's wings. So that might be a good thing to start off with. So you'll have to write nice and small, but you can put, my goal is, I'm just going to put a little ellipsis there, so that you can think of your own goal. But write it down there. You don't need to put your name on display because goals can be quite private, but you do need to write it on the underside of your bird's wing before you decorate. So I've chosen to keep my bird quite simple. I've just used a handwriting pen to do some really quite simple and repetitive little patterns on my bird, but you get quite an effective result. Feel free to put your own stamp on it, be creative, use some colour if you wish. Best not to have writing on them, just simple patterns will be good. So the next and final step is to attach the tail to your bird. So I would suggest adding that little bit of glue to the end of the bird rather than to directly onto the tail itself. And then lining up that point with the end, or with that little part there, push it down, and there we have a completed wish bird. Yours will have your I keep calling them wish birds, goal bird, with your goal on the underside of its wing, ready to fly away onto our display.